Hi, I'm so happy you found my video today. This may be the beginning of a brand new life for you. My name is Jody Curtis, and about 20 years ago, coming up on 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma, blood cancer, cancer of the lymph system. And like anyone, I felt absolutely afraid and went through, facing my own mortality and what that might mean. And after going through chemotherapy, while simultaneously listening to my own intuition about utilizing natural healing, which was what my whole being was leaning toward anyway, I was able to go through this process and come out the other side with, great health and vitality now at 50 years old in my life. And I am at the point where, especially the condition that the world is in right now, I really am feeling called to share all of the different tips and tools and techniques that I've learned to just keep your immune system, your natural God-given immune system, which is super high functioning, to give that all the ingredients it needs to function at its very best, so that you can, live your life and feel happy and healthy and free. And so this is the reason for the video. This is the first one I'm going to, I'll start to talk to you a little bit today about Ayurveda. And since that is the most recent thing that I've been studying, when the pandemic hit and everything kind of moved online, I met Dr. Clint G. Rogers, who ended up in one of the groups I was in, and he wrote Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. It is a Western skeptic, an Eastern master, and life's greatest secrets. It is a very easy read, and it's filled with a lot of stories of hope and miracle cures, miracle healings, rather. And he writes from the perspective of a skeptic, which was very relatable and probably will be relatable for a lot of you. I was definitely skeptical way back when, but after going through chemotherapy and really experimenting on myself, I had a lot of amazing experiences that just showed me how powerful our mind is. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a story just to illustrate my point. The doctor wanted me to take a shot called Neupogen that you could give to yourself either in your leg or in the skin on your stomach. And that was to help your white blood cells regenerate after you went through chemotherapy that just sort of knocked your whole system down. And so once I tried the shot and I could feel what it actually did, it made like the big bones in my legs start to pulsate, and I could feel my body doing something. So one week I decided I wasn't going to take those shots, and I was going to just tell my body what I was wanting it to do and see what happened. I was kind of doing experiments to just tune into my own inner wisdom and see how, see what happened, how I could best heal myself. The hair on my So I went into the doctor's office for the next appointment, and I was a little bit nervous, of course, because, they don't want you to veer off track in any way, shape, or form, or do anything that cannot be controlled. So I was a little tense as he walked into the room, was shaking his head, and he said, "How many shots did you take?" And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, because your white blood cell count is perfect. It's off the charts." And I told him that I didn't take any shots at all, that I had just told my body, I had thanked my body actually for producing the perfect number of white blood cells that I needed. And interestingly, when I did that, I could feel those bones in my legs start to do whatever they did to pump out those cells. So fortunately for me, at a very young age, I was able to recognize how powerful our thoughts are and our mind and our emotions. I've always been into nature. I used essential oils since I was a preteen I didn't really understand the medicinal benefits of them then. I just really liked the way they smelled. And since have gone on to learn about flower essences and now herbs. I find it really interesting that the world is so focused on fear right now, rather than hope. Just having hope is such a healing tool itself. And if I learned one thing from my whole cancer experience and facing my own mortality, it's that our predominant thoughts and, the words we speak, that create the thought forms that we hold, or the thought forms that we let into our reality. They're like magnets, and they bring into our reality more of the same, that same vibration of that either fear thought or a thought of faith and hope and love and joy and peace, and the higher vibrational frequencies that we as human beings can choose to live in. So use the creative word wisely. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the power of nature, the power of herbs, since most of us have them already in our kitchen. And there's just a few pointers I'm going to teach you about, just ways to pump up your immune system and to let go of things that aren't serving you, that are actually, standing in the way of you accomplishing the things that you're wanting, or having the kind of health you're wanting, or the body you're wanting, or just attracting what it is that you want in your life. After I read Dr. Clint's book, since I had already proved to my own inner skeptic a very long time ago that all these natural remedies work, since we are nature, I got started right away making the home remedies, which I'm going to teach you about with the herbs that I have. I started with making the immunity drink and the detox tea. So I'll tell you about those as well. Then I did a 28-day mung bean soup cleanse as recommended in the book. Mung beans are extremely high in protein, and with all the vegetables and then the added herbs that are in there, act as just a healing tonic for the body. Like eating any kind of a mono diet helps your body to purge and release anything that isn't serving you, any thoughts in your mind, or pains or traumas in the body, or your emotions. An Ayurvedic proverb says, when the diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. And when the diet is correct, medicine is of no need. So diet is extremely important. It is interesting that we are also, not really focusing on how to build up our immune systems. That's not really the topic of the day that I'm seeing out there. So there are many, many things we can do, just starting easily at home, to start to build up our own immune system so that it's functioning at its best. I had a pulse diagnosis also, which is where the pulse reader is able to read in your pulse all the things that are going on in your body, any illnesses or any dis-ease of any kind, anything that's not at ease, or anything that's out of balance, any surgeries you've had, or even any trauma or surgeries or illnesses in your ancestral line. So it's a science that people can be trained in doing this pulse diagnosis. After that, I also had a consultation for 15 or 20 bucks with a Vaidya in India, an Indian doctor, at the Ayurvedic clinic called Ayushakti, which was started by Dr. Pankaj Naram and his wife, Dr. Smita. Sadly, Dr. Naram passed from this life about a year and a half ago, and he treated people like Saint Teresa, the Dalai Lama, all kinds of celebrities and world leaders, and all sorts of other people who were in need. He was treating about 400 or 500 people a day. healing all kinds of diseases and illnesses and things. And he had a national TV show on Ayurveda in Mumbai. He was interviewed and wrote many articles about Siddha Veda, Ayurveda, and he traveled all over the world and taught patients to spread this knowledge, these ancient secrets of this lineage that goes back to all the way back to the Buddha and this physician Jivaka. Ayurvedic medicine, or Ayurveda as it is called for short, is the world's oldest system of holistic or whole body healing. And it was developed more than 3,000 years ago in India. It's based on the belief that health and wellness depends on a delicate balance between the body, mind, and spirit, which was, again, my experience in my life with my own healing from being in a pretty depressed state in both mind and body, both physically and emotionally. I was, down and out. And then once I was able to get my mind, my body, and my emotions in line, purging old thought patterns, feelings, things that weren't serving me anymore, and then supporting my physical body with natural, medicines that are in alignment with my body that is also made from nature. I started to get better and better every day in every way. So I ordered my herbs from Ayushakti, and I just went to my second pulse reading, which was a year after, and this was just about a week ago with Dr. Hemong, and he gave me this awesome little booklet from Ayushakti that is a health guide, and it talks about all the different home remedies that you can make, the different detox teas, the different symptoms, or systems in the body that you can support by using these herbs, just the ones that you probably already have. And then they make herbal tablets for all different kinds of things, which I've been taking for a year. And my kitchen also now looks like an Indian spice shop because I'm ordering in bulk all these spices and making the mung bean soup. And I've really never felt better in my entire life. And I've been a part of this big community online for a year in which I've witnessed so many people have miraculous results from, not even being able to walk to running and doing things they've always dreamed of doing and activating their creativity and just amazing things. One of the techniques that I'm excited to tell you about is an ancient scientific technology in the Siddha Veda lineage called marmas, and they are specific energy points, kind of like meridian points on the body that activate certain healing responses or certain, activate certain things in the body that help you to heal deeper and deeper. So one of the very first marmas that I learned is on your right hand, your pointer finger. You take your left hand and you just pinch the top of it 6 times while asking yourself, what do I want? And you push it 6 times and you just see what comes. This circumvents the conscious thinking mind, accessing your subconscious desires and helping you to truly discover what you want. In Siddha Veda, they teach that only 1% of the population, A, knows what they want, B, achieves what they want, and C, enjoys what they achieve. So that's the goal, is to figure out what your deepest desires are and then be able to activate those and activate your creative highest self, the self that is happy and well and joyful and peaceful and balanced, and then enjoy what creations come from you getting clarity and getting rid of the gunk that you don't need, that's in your system or in your mind or in your emotions. and the traumas of the past, they get stored in our body, and we need some things to be able to get that out. When I was going through my chemo, which was crazy hard, very hard on the body, I asked the doctor at the time, what is the purpose of chemotherapy? And he said, well, it's to bring the body as close to death as possible without killing it. So at the time, my whole body turned gray, and like my toenails turned black and fell off. And I was really in quite a down state. And I just remember thinking, there has got to be a better way. There's got to be a gentler way of healing, because it never made sense to me to fight cancer. It's something, a process going on in my body. So having a war in there doesn't sound like the right thing to do for me. So I just became open to guidance on all of these natural techniques that have actually gone back for thousands and thousands of years. And since then, as you can see, I have vibrant health and radiant energy at this point in time. I went on to have a baby that they said I wouldn't have, who she's almost 10 now. And my life is completely different. The Marma points are something that have recently really deeply changed my life. So I wanted to get on here and share those with you. So again, what do I want? Getting clear on that. Step number one, seeing what shows up. Just experiment with these and see what shows up for you. The next Marma I wanted to show you is, once you discover what you want and you're kind of in that awareness, sometimes a color will show up, and you can think about that color when you do the next one, which is on your right hand, your right arm. And the way to find that point is to put your 4 fingers like this upside down, roll them down, and then slide your finger out. So this third finger here is where you want to push. And that is going to help you manifest what you're wanting. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you do this 6 times. So 36 pushes in total. 5, 6. And this will help you activate bringing in those things that you're desiring. Also, I believe that I heard that this Marma point is also good for addictions or any type of obsessive behavior. The third one I wanted to show you is the forgive and forget Marma. So you take your left hand, and then with your right hand, your thumb, you want to actually, the doctor I just saw told me to point these 4 fingers out so your hand is kind of solid. And then you'll take your thumb and put it right in this spot right here, this little spot, fold your finger over, and right where that point is, usually it hurts, because this is the point that's going to free us up from resentments and past hurts and traumas, even all the way back in our line, getting them out of our system. So you do 6 and pause, 6 and pause, and then until you get to 36. And you can do this as many times throughout the day as you want. And it does seem to bring things up to be released. It's been pretty powerful. And since I've been doing it regularly, just in this past week, I've felt my heart opening up and feeling much more balanced and calm and compassionate, and just all the wonderful things that we all hope to feel. The last one I'm going to teach you today, and there are a lot of different Marma points. There's a lot of different healing techniques in Ayurveda, as well as the Siddha Veda tradition, as well as other ones that I'll be bringing to you with, the ancient Tibetan breath work that I teach, and essential oils and how those work in the body to support all the systems of your body. I'm going to be getting on here sharing all the tools that I've learned over the years that help me heal my body and stay healthy and happy and joyful. There's a lot to learn. Like I said, there's so many of the Marma points and so many of the ancient secrets that begin to affect very deep healing within you. It's truly amazing. And if you're suffering in any way, if you are having some type of illness that you're dealing with, or dis-ease, something that just isn't at ease in your body, or if you just want to learn more, or you want more energy and stamina in your life, or just to feel better, I'm really encouraging you and I'm challenging you to experiment and give something new a try. It's kind of like electricity. Many of us don't really understand how exactly it all works, but we don't really need to understand how it works to flip on the light switch and have electricity, to have lights, or to plug something in and utilize electricity. So it's the same kind of thing. We don't need to understand all of it to benefit from it. We do need to have an open mind and be willing to want a better life for ourselves, to want to feel better, and to be willing to take actions, simple actions that can help us heal deeply. And then by doing that, it really allows our true light to shine and our true purpose to be revealed to us, what we are supposed to be doing on the planet, how we can serve others in the highest and best ways. So it's just stretching to learn a new way of doing things, just to learn something new. I'll put the link below if you want to book a consultation with Vaidya, an Indian doctor at Ayushakti, down below. You can get some feedback and some suggestions on using herbs and other gentle and natural supplements that will help you heal your body and mind and emotions. It's just stretching to learn something new, to learn a new way, and to develop a new habit. I take my herbs every single day. And, if I don't take them, I don't feel as good as I do when I take them. So I've seen miraculous healings, as I've mentioned, within the group of people that I've been studying this with, and other people who've been eating the mung bean soup and practicing these ancient secrets. It's been extraordinary. So I'm going to put all the links below the video. So if you feel called to book an appointment for yourself with the doctor to get a consultation and learn more about this ancient way, or if you want to purchase Dr. Clint's book, or if you are a clinician or a doctor or someone who has a practice that would like to learn more about forming an alliance with Ayushakti, if you'd like to learn more about pulse reading or any of the other ancient secrets to help better support your own clients and patients, then reach out to me. I can make that connection for you. The Ayushakti doctors are back in the United States. They come 4 times a year. They haven't been doing it the last, year or two, year and a half, but they're back. And if you'd like to book an in-person appointment for a pulse reading, which I highly recommend, it's truly fascinating. It's profound. It made me extremely emotional because it was just having somebody who's so trained into reading so deeply, like feeling so seen and deeply understood, that alone was so healing. So they just want to help people. They have a mission to help people understand more about Ayurveda and these ancient secrets that can help all of us. They have been helping people for thousands of years to be their best and highest self. So it may be a little outside your comfort zone, but I highly recommend just taking a chance and see what miracles can happen for you and the ones that you love. Thank you so much. If you have made it all the way to the end of this video, please contact me if you have any questions about anything that I've talked about. And again, I'm going to put all the information below in case anybody's called to anything that I've talked about in the video today. So happy healing. And I'm sending you my love and light through the ethers as we go. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be blissful. And may all beings be happy. Thank you so much for your support. if you would like to, please check out our Empower House Productions channel on YouTube. I'll put the link below, and also the Science of Mental Physics, which are more ancient secrets from Tibet that I teach online. If you'd like to join us for breath work and meditation, we do that on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.